next day, Chapter 7, Divided. "What do you mean I can't stay with my family?" Daddy asked for maybe the millionth time. His voice is a notch higher than the last time he asked. Dylan clutches Daddy's leg. My heart pounds in panic. "I'm sorry, Mr. Trudeau, but that's the rule at the emergency shelter," the woman behind the desk explains. "Women and children stay in this building and men in the shelter next door. It's for security reasons." I look at Mama. Surely she can fix this. Mama is famous for her negotiation skills. Grandpa Bill used to say Mama could talk the chicken right off the bone. But Mama's eyes fill with tears. Her nose is red. She's clutching and unclutching the handle of the suitcase. My grandma Bess used to say the hotter the water, the stronger the tea. Let me tell you right now, the Trudeau family is in a heck of a lot of hot water. I take a deep breath, stick my chin out, and say real importantly, "Our family has to stay together, ma'am." I hope she can't see that my knees are knocking. I look at her name tag. "Becky?" I add. Becky's eyes soften. "I wish you could. Truly, I do. But those are the rules." Becky pushes a form across her desk. "Why don't you start filling this out?" she says, tapping the paper with her fingernail. "While I get a few things you'll need." She smiles and nods. "Then we'll get you all settled. You'll feel better after that." "Oh," she says, pulling out another form. "Fill this one out too. It's for Hope House, a family shelter. We'll get you on their waiting list right away so you can all be together." Hope House. I like the sound of that. Daddy bends low over the desk to fill out the forms. I swallow hard and stroke Dylan's hair. A fluorescent light buzzes overhead. I can smell fried onions and pine saw cleaner. Down a long hallway, a baby cries. Becky returns with 2 plastic bags. She hands one to Mama and one to Daddy. "Towels, blankets, toiletries, things to help you settle in," Becky explains. Dylan whimpers, a tear-laced, watery sniff. "Oh, I almost forgot." Becky kneels down in front of Dylan and hands him a paper bag. She smiles. "Some things just for you." "Really?" Dylan opens the bag. Inside are coloring books, crayons, puzzle games on sheets of paper, and a paperback book. "Look," he says, holding out the bag like it's trick or treat, "just for me." Becky looks right into his eyes. "I'm sure you're a wonderful big sister and will help him enjoy his treats." I nod. "Yes, ma'am." "Mr. Trudeau," Becky says in a gentle but firm voice, "you head on over to the men's shelter. They'll get you all settled into a nice room." Becky touches Mama's arm. "Let me show you around." Dylan takes my hand. "I'll share my crayons with you," he says, smiling up at me. I straighten the superhero cape on his shoulders. "Thanks," I say. "I'll read that book to you if you want." "Yay!" Dylan skips between me and Mama as we walk down a long hallway lined with doors, some open, some closed. I remember Daddy. He's standing there, looking lost. I raise my free hand and wave. "We'll be back, Daddy," I call. As we walk down the hall, I try not to look inside the rooms that have open doors. I know it's rude, but I can't help it. My curiosity gets the best of me. Inside one room, a woman sits on her cot writing in a notebook. Next door, a lady holds a tiny baby close to her chest, rocking it back and forth. In another room, a woman runs a comb through a girl's long black hair while 2 little boys play with cars at her feet. The girl looks at me and smiles. I smile back and hurry after Mama. "You're lucky," Becky says as she stops in front of a closed door all the way at the end of the hall. "This room has a nice big window. I see in my mind the tall, sun-filled windows in our house back home. Becky pulls out a ring with about 1,000,000 keys on it. She slips a key in the lock and pushes open the door. At first, I don't see the window. I see 2 cots, piled with blankets and pillows, an old chest of drawers, and a chair. That's it. Then I see it, a small window high above our heads. I hear Becky telling Mama about the bathroom down the hall and what time they lock the shelter door at night and where the community dining room is. But I'm looking at the piece of blue outside the window and wondering how this can be the same sky, the same piece of blue that I knew back home. How?